everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be reviewing the highlighters and markers that I currently own, so let's get started. I love Pilot Friction pens just because they are erasable. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I suck at coloring and drawing anything without making any mistakes, which is why I bought these in the first place. Unfortunately, they are extremely faded, so I do not use them very often for bullet journaling, just because I take photos and saturating these for a photo is a pain in the butt. However, I always use the Pilot Friction pen, and I will talk in more detail about the pen in my pen review video. The American version of the Pilot Friction highlighters does not come with an orange highlighter, which is really dumb. There's an orange one out there, I just don't have it. I love these highlighters. They are great for highlighting. They are also erasable like I said, but I wouldn't highlight in textbooks with a glossy finish, just because the friction will ruin the ink of the textbook. If you try to erase a highlight in a textbook with a glossy finish, it will smear the actual text, so that sucks. But that's my quick review on Pilot Friction highlighters. Next up, we have the infamous mild liners. I only have 3 packs. There's a 4th pack, but it didn't come in the set that I bought on Amazon. The first pack I will review for you are these. These are the most neon freaking colors you will ever find. I was hoping they were going to be a pastel, but nope. I wanted a bolder, more saturated pastel to use on Instagram, but these ended up being very similar to regular highlighters you find in the store, just more expensive. But I will give it to them, they are a lot more pigmented than Pilot Friction highlighters, and come in way more colors if you buy the other packs. The difference between these though is that the Pilot Frictions are erasable and come in more colors in one pack, and the mild liners have a second fine line tip. I didn't record myself swatching this pack, but for this pack I'll say that I don't really like the colors. None of them really speak to me very much, but these are how the colors look like if you're curious. I also don't want to make this video too long, so I will move on to the third and final pack of mild liners that I own, and that's the blue pack. I use this pack all the time for spreads on Instagram. These are like the pastel colors I was hoping for, but then they give you this red that makes you go, huh? It just doesn't go with the rest of the pack, I don't think. But other than that, I love the color. For comparison, I'll swatch the Pilot Friction purple, and you can see that the mild liners are way more pigmented. Not to sound like a beauty guru, but so that's the blue pack. Here are all the packs lined up, in case you were interested in comparing all of them, or if you were wondering which pack was right for you, because they are rather expensive. I think the cheapest way to get them would be to get them in a bundle, but they never sell the 4th pack in a bundle, so there's that. I don't really use them, to be honest. They are great for highlighters, especially if you're not a fan of the neon look you get with most highlighters. They get a lot of likes on Instagram, but they are also kind of expensive. So those are the mild liners. Honestly, they're cool, but I wouldn't die over them or anything like that. And finally, we have the 50 pack of Crayola Super Tips. These are super fantastic. I love these. They are the best out of everything. I use them in pretty much all my bullet journal spreads, just because they are so pigmented and perfect for Instagram photos. They are also great for calligraphy or faux calligraphy, which is what I use them for because of their triangle tip. I will leave a link for my gradient title tutorial video in the description box down below in case you're interested. But best of all, Crayola Super Tips are really cheap and come in lots and lots of colors. However, I also do not need to highlight anything, so I have a bias. These are not for highlighting at all, which is obvious because these are markers, not highlighters. But some colors are highlightable, but most of them are not. And I've heard that the 100 pack has more pastel colors, but I haven't gone out to buy them and test them out myself. If you look at the back of the 100 box, it just looks like they're selling you 2 packs of 50, which is why I didn't initially buy them. But anyway, although the colors are labeled in the back, the pens themselves are not, and I feel like some of the colors are packaged wrong. For example, there are 2 yellows that look like a light orange. The lighter orange has a darker pen cap than the darker orange, and so I always get them confused when coloring. There are also 2 pinks that have the same issue. It's just dumb. They also tend to get all over your hands if you're not careful, and the black is a very faded green black instead of a real solid true black. So here are all 50 swatches. I will now write over them with my Pilot Friction pen. Of course, it makes a difference if you're writing over them or writing and then highlighting over them, so keep that in mind if you're going to use these in your notes. Using the marker first and then writing over them makes it easier to see your writing. If you are looking for them to be a dupe for mild liners or Pilot Frictions, they are really not dupes. Here is me attempting to find dupes, but again, these are not highlighters. These are indeed water-based, so you can definitely use them as watercolors if you add a little water to them. I have done it before, and you can see it in action in my bubblegum speed paint video. Overall, like I said, I love Crayola Super Tips, but that's because I have nothing to highlight. Super Tips are great for bullet journaling. They are great for Instagram spreads and for filming, just because they are so bold and can do a lot with them. And that's a review of all the markers / highlighters that I own. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!